Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a good New Year's Eve. We're going to take a look at BTC and a handful of altcoins briefly here. So we can see we bounce off of our yellow zone here right in the middle of it. And this has been a really interesting level for me because we had a couple naked session point of controls here, which not a lot of people would see or know about. We front ran this low and we front ran this daily. So it was a nice spot for a bounce, and it was kind of right where we were looking at that we have talked about in past videos and live streams. Great bounce there, sideways consolidation, and now we're seeing some degree of continuation. And if we take a look here, we can see that we do have this range being put in here, right, bottom to top here, that's been pretty well respected, right? So what I think what I can see here that would be, most ideal, we have this pocket of liquidity here and one here. Something has felt off to me about this price action here and even about this bounce at this zone. Although it is where I was looking for, I'm more comfortable longing down here, which is the low of the range, and it's something that we've talked about where it's a low trap plan, right? Initially I was looking for a move up here, come down here, bounce off the zone, do some, consolidation to the upside here, and then come down, trap people thinking that we're going to go lower, and then we have some degree of a bounce to the upside. So this is something that I am looking for, and which is why I'm sort of hesitant in this area altogether, right? So what I would be looking for here, we have an untapped daily and an untapped weekly. This is also the previous month weekly point of control at about 16,800. So like some degree of a short squeeze up, consolidate down, sort of flip it to support, one more squeeze to the upside, say when the FOMC meeting minutes come out this Wednesday, and then we sort of come back down, consolidate, and then likely then have continuation to the downside would generally be my plan. And that's if we even get these moves up here. I do think that we will. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we consolidated here and simply went down, but I think it would be more likely we would at least get to the high of the range here for then, a larger move down where we take out these equal lows, take out this low, and, potentially leave this one, sort of the dangling carrot right in front of bears, right? So that's what I'm kind of looking for here. Would I be surprised if we just went down from here? No, not necessarily, but I do think it's more likely first that we see a little bit more of a push to the upside. We'll take a brief look at ETH. Yeah, not like a whole lot here has changed, right? We're just at the midline of our macro range, and price has just generally been consolidating. Again, I really don't see too much here. We haven't taken out this high here, so maybe along with BTC, if we get that move to the upside, we'll come up here, grab that liquidity, take out those equal highs, and then similarly to like what we're looking for with BTC, we would have lows here, that then we would just come down and sweep. So a very similar setup here. LTC has been really great. I've very much enjoyed trading LTC. So I drew this out. Gosh, I don't know when. Some time ago. We'll take a look here as to when it was. I drew this out. Yeah, last Tuesday, last Monday, so somewhere in there. And really what I was looking for at the time was just like, yeah, I love this setup where we come up, sideways, up, and then I wanted to see a sweep down, right? Take out these lows here that I think are just ripe for the taking, and then get this move up, right? But instead, we found support on this OB that we've had up since, again, Monday. We've had this up here, held the support. Honestly, to my surprise, we didn't get a wick down. We just simply pumped up, right? So I was definitely sidelined on this move up, and I was looking for shorts somewhere in this zone, and we squeezed right through it, which is fine, now, in my opinion, we have an even better opportunity here to look for a short. Okay. There are a couple things here. This to me looks very similar to BTC here, right? This kind of nice quick run up here that we had all of these lows here that then look like cut straight down, took both of these out, you know, and have then, put in some degree of sideways consolidation. I'm looking for honestly something very similar on LTC here, where again, similarly, we put into this sort of, parabolic upside move. It was very quick. And along the way, we didn't really take out any lows. I mean, this low didn't even take this one out here. Like, all of these are totally up for grabs. And I do think that that's where price would be headed, right? So there are a couple things that I'm sort of seeing here, and I would be open to either one. Either, putting in some degree of consolidation, dropping down here to this, the 6-hour H6 order block here, and then, maybe getting some degree of a move back up, or maybe even pushing up to this monthly here and then coming down. Or we simply fall, or maybe we put in some degree of consolidation, pump up, and then go down. So I'll explain myself on a couple different reasons as to why I'm looking at these. So if we look at this and say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, then we get our move down. Okay, so that's one possibility that I would be looking at, right? And I wouldn't be surprised by this at all. We have an untapped monthly here. Go right through this daily wick through, probably come straight back down, do this with the meeting of the minutes on Wednesday or something like that, and then we actually get the move down that we're looking for. The only reason otherwise that I would think that we would slowly consolidate here and then get this move down to about 72, 71, down to this H6 order block is because there's a massive amount of positive delta in the market up here in this zone. It's so much so that I just really wouldn't be surprised to see like a swift move down here at the very least, and then maybe come back up to some degree. Okay. So I am short in here from about 75.5 or so, a little bit higher. And I am looking to take profit. I'm safely like around 72, but maybe somewhere in here in this order block. Okay. And in the event that I do see some strength and we start to, pump up here, it's likely that I would then continue to ladder into shorts, all the way up to at least this monthly. Okay. And depending on like what we see, if there's some like degree of strength or something happens here that changes, I'll keep you guys updated and we'll make a change in our plan. But ultimately, when I see all of this here, I do think that we're going to get a move down. Whether or not we do this first or simply go down is yet to be seen. Okay, so yeah, like my final TP on this, depending, we'd have to wait and see. Ultimately, I would just like to really take out this low here. So get this untapped weekly, come here, sideways consolidation, whatever, and then have some degree of a move up. And this is also the midline of our local sideways price action. Okay. But so far, this has been a really, really great asset to trade. I'm like really, really loving LTC. It's respecting the levels. We've hit like each pivot. We heavily shorted in here, took profit, took some profits in here, took more profits down here, longed here, took profits here, and shorted down to here. And this is the one that I missed personally. I did not ladder in here because I just wanted a little bit lower. But that's okay. It's been just so perfect to trade along the way. I did take one more trade, two more actually. I took one here on MATIC. Again, I wanted to fill this order block. I had a bunch of limit buys here, and instead, price front ran it, held this area of support. I did get a ladder in at 0.75, 75 cents. So that did work out really well. I've closed most of the position at this point because we took out these highs, and I just think I think it was a good trade as is. I do also think there's room for a little bit higher, especially given kind of like what we're looking at with BTC. So this is something that we'll update along the way. I have to do some fresh analysis on it, but yeah, a small ladder in here. I wanted lower, didn't get it, but nonetheless, it was a good trade. I did do one more on FTM. This one I did not share in the group, because I honestly, and this was like my thought process on it, and I stopped trading. It was around here because I got stopped out. I'm like, I'm gonna take a break from FTM. It did something overly unexpected to me, so I was thinking to myself, all right, well, my levels weren't respected. I'm gonna take a break from trading FTM and move on to a different asset for the time being. And I've been kind of keeping an eye on this sideways consolidation, and I'm just gonna walk you through on my thought process with this. So we have a wick down. We took out that low, right? And then we put in these lows. We took out those lows. Okay, we put in these ones. We took those out. These we wick down, and we can see that this area has been holding a support. But where did we not take out? Look at all these highs. None of these were taken out, right? So I saw all of those, and I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, I think this is a really good opportunity for some degree of a squeeze. So I laddered in it was about 20 cents, so right in here. And I set my take profit to 20.8. I was obviously trying to be, modest, and at the very least just get equal highs with these. And we can see that FTM pushed right through that and went, right up to this 21.31, which was ultimately my final target, right? So this played out really, really nicely. It was a really easy to take trade, and it's something that in the future, I think it's really important to keep an eye out for something like this, where you can see it's unbalanced. The highs haven't been taken out here, but we can see that the lows have been taken out several times, right? So it's sort of a signal that, yeah, a short squeeze is likely to be coming. So that's it for today's video. I am doing, I'll have a video on Wednesday. We'll do our live stream at 6 p.m. EST on Wednesday. We will be going over one altcoin from start to finish, but we'll also do some analysis on the same coins that we reviewed today. And then I am going out of town Thursday to Tuesday. I will be on holiday. It will be my last one for quite some time. So after I go out of town here, I will be, back Monday through Friday actively in the Discord and on the charts. While I'm gone, I may still be on a little bit, but I wouldn't count on me being too active. So I'll do my best to give you guys as many trades, as much analysis, as many updates as I can, leading up to Thursday and possibly even Thursday morning if I have time. So, all right, yeah, other than that, I'll be in the Discord, like I said, as much as I can, and we'll be, sure to get you guys some updates, especially on Wednesday. So stay tuned.